The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's your daddy.
Hats off to you, lady. Good job. We'll see you in the hereafter. Viva Austin, Texas!
It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, Big Daddy. It's the Big Daddy G Show.
Dude, you gotta try the queso with the taco meat, man. It's delicious.
Really? That's a book on how to make Mexican martinis. I've got the recipe right here. Y'all try that. Share it.
The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Daddy's home.
Here's your daddy.
Hey kids, welcome back to the Big Daddy G Show. I'm the Big Daddy G. Who knew? All right, so today we have a really cool band for you that I want you guys to stick around for. They have an awesome sound, an awesome singer, an awesome bass player. We have a few minutes to do the intro, so I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. There's a lot of people out there that write me, and believe it or not, I do read the emails. Not all of them, but I try to read as many as I can. I usually what I try to do is one shot, one email, one shot, one email. So I usually can get through about 13 or 14 a day. This lady wrote me, and she said that she was really unhappy in her marriage, and
This diner is pulling a
we had done a a show before with a group called Trouble in the Streets, and the first part of the show, you could hear our director Tyrone, don't forget the D. Smith, talking in the beginning. And in the beginning of that particular show, I did a little diagram to show people about how fast your life is going, you know, and you know, a lot of people don't just, sometimes they don't get it until somebody points it out to them. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to point it out to you. So hold on. Bloody Mary, very light. Okay, so here was the thing that we put in, and you can't see it on, it might be on Facebook, but I don't think it is, the beginning of the show. But anyway, so here is the deal. I even brought you a big marker, Miss Kate, Miss Crazy Kate. So here's a big marker, and here is something that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to make a big circle here. As you can tell, I'm a very accomplished artist. Not really. So, okay. Whew, boy, this is strong. All right, so here is a circle. You see that? Let me get my ex-wife's gift out of the way. Here is the circle, okay? And so let's pretend that this is your life, okay? So let's say this would be, let me see if I can do this upside down. This would be the beginning of your life. Is that right, Jim? All right, so this would be the beginning of your life right here, all right? And let's say you're 30, okay? Let's see if I can do this upside down. So let's say that you're 30, okay? So if you're 30, according to the latest insurance people, you're halfway done with your life, according to them. In other words, if they're going to insure you, this is how they do their figures as to how long they think you're going to live and stuff. So if you were born here and you're already 30, you're already halfway done with your life, okay? Which means it's time to either, if you're not happy, dude, it's time to do whatever it is you have to do to be happy. If you're not happy in a relationship that you're in, if you're not happy in a job that you're in, if you're not happy with whatever you have, your car, your whatever, your life, your dreams, whatever, then it's time to change it, because half your life is already over. And hopefully, they're saying that the new life expectancy is hopefully is what they said, is going to be about 68 years old. At 68, they figure they have no more use for you, so you'll probably be dead by then. So, folks, there it is. If you're 30 years old and you're not doing what you love to do, then it's time to do it, okay? I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up. There was a little guy in that plays for McNeil High School that was on his way to basketball practice. He was 17, so he'd be right about here, and he didn't make it. He passed away. I believe his name was Miles. And so Miles, to Miles' family, our prayers and thoughts and prayers are with you guys. It's got to be tough to lose a 17-year-old. But the point is that at any point, you could go. At any point. So you might not make it to 68. You might only make it to 31. You might make it to 32. You never know. So it's time to make changes. If you're not happy with your life, it's time to make changes. Now, I'm not telling you to just go tomorrow and quit your job, because you want to be able to take care of yourself and take care of your family too. So you need to plan what it is you're going to do to change it, to change whatever it is that's making you unhappy in your life. You got to plan on how you're going to do that. So, so there, for Crazy Kate from Cedar Park, Texas. There you go. Start being happy, dude. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was sometimes I'll sit around at home and I'll be watching YouTube, and I'd like to watch different things, that pop up. And one thing that I noticed was that there seems to be a lot of road rage happening nowadays. And what I wanted to tell you guys was that, dude, all of us, every single one of us in this room, in this studio, in the city of Austin, every single one of us is going through something. Every single one of us is dealing with something, whether it be your mom, your dad in the hospital, or your wife is having a baby and you can't be there, or it could be just anything. And one little cut off because they weren't thinking, because they weren't concentrating on their driving, they were thinking more about the situation that they're in, could cause them to maybe touch their brake when they shouldn't have, or cut you off. You think they cut you off, but to them, they're lost in thought. They shouldn't be doing that when they're driving, but still it happens. It's happened to me, and I know it's happened to you if you're a driver. So please, just take a deep breath, and just realize that, maybe those people are going through something you don't know nothing about. And so just, be a little bit more patient. And if you have kids in your car, and you're driving around and you're screaming and yelling and you're slamming on the brakes and cutting people off and doing all that, dude, monkey see, monkey do. If you do that, that's exactly what they're going to do when they grow up. So please, please watch what you do in front of your kids. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Paul McCartney wrote a song called Let It Be. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. A lot of people don't know the meaning behind that song. His mother's name was Mary, and whenever he would feel as a teenager that things weren't going right and everything was going down on his shoulders, and she would say to him, Paul, just let it be. Just let it be. So if you're sitting out there and you're thinking, man, I can't think of anything to write a song about, dude, he wrote that little song, or that song, off of that little saying from his mom. So there's something else. So tonight, before I run out of time, I want to tell you guys, tonight is going to get into the 30s here in Austin. Today is December 4th, 2018. It's a Tuesday night, and it's going to get down into the 30s. I live out in the country, so it's going to get down even colder than that. So if you have pets, please bring them inside. Just because they have fur doesn't mean that they can handle the coldness. They can get nerve damage from that. So please bring your pets inside. Even if it's in the garage, some kind of shelter is better than no shelter at all. So think about your pets. Another cool thing I wanted to tell you guys about was that the Texas Parks and Wildlife. I like to go fishing, but I don't keep them. I catch and I release. Especially if they're big fish, because if they live that long, unless they look like bullies. If they look like bullies, then you're done. But Texas Parks and Wildlife are restocking our lakes with rainbow trout. They're putting in 333,700 rainbow trouts in our lakes and rivers and stuff like that. They're restocking, dude. So pretty soon, we'll be able to go fishing again. And I just thought that was kind of cool that they're doing that. I mean, it's our taxpayers' money, it's our money that's paying for it. But I just think that's kind of cool that they're doing that. Another thing, and I brought this up last week, I'm gonna do it again. Christmas is coming around the corner. I don't have that coffee container. If anybody has that coffee container, wherever it is, I think it was over there somewhere. We have a new sponsor that I need to have the container for, but thank you, Savvy. There we go. So Christmas is coming up. Please don't bury yourself in debt. Teach your kids to go out and help your neighbors. The other day, I went over to visit a friend of mine, and there were these 4 or 5 kids walking around with rakes. And I was wondering, what are these kids doing? They're just walking from house to house, just raking up yards, And they were doing it just because they wanted to help people. They wanted to help people, and that's pretty much the only thing they could do was to rake. So I thought that was really cool. So you know, this Christmas year, dude, don't get in debt. You know, don't think, oh, how am I going to buy my kid a $1,000 phone? Starla, I know you're watching. A friend of mine, you know, don't get in debt. All right, I won't point you out again, Starla, but don't get in debt to try to please your kids, dude. They're not going to remember the gift you gave them when they were 10, but they're going to remember the fishing trip you took them to, or the beach, the trip you went to the beach, or the trip that you took to, you know, caverns or the lake or something. They're going to remember that, okay? And the one last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was that we have this mentality in the United States now that not all of us do, but there are a lot of people out there that believe in this, that, well, you're either going to sink or you're going to swim or you're going to sink. And folks, we have a lot of people out there that need help. We have a lot of people that can't work. We have a lot of people that some are blind, some are deaf, some, you know, are paraplegic. These people need help, you know. And you can pretend all you want that, you know, oh, but the dollar's more important. No, it's not. And it's sad that we've gone to that. So please, please try to think of the kids that are out there that need help, whether they be, you know, 1 year old or 1 day old, or they be 60 or 70 years old. So please, maybe have a change of heart this Christmas Eve. So we have a new sponsor, and it is Maxwell House. And they want me to say, okay, all right, they want me to say this, so I'm going to say it. Maxwell House Wake Up Roast, now with Viagra. When you really, did it really want me to say this? When you really need him to wake up in the morning, give him this. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This diner is pulling a switch on the regulars by serving new instant Maxwell House. What's it taste like? Fresh perk coffee, that's what it tastes like. New Instant Max, now a better blend of coffee beans, freshly perked for more fresh perk taste. We call it the Perky Instant.
With the success of the recent Apollo space flights, man has been brought another step closer to the moon. Aboard these manned Apollo flights, 3 astronauts, and with them, Tang. Tang, the energy breakfast drink with rich natural flavor and more vitamin C than orange juice. Still, Tang's biggest role isn't in NASA's space program. It's right here on Earth.
Getting a hold of a crisp, delicious Eggo waffle is not always easy, but for that golden Eggo goodness, the chance to fix it up just the way you like it, cut that perfect piece, almost any effort is well worth it.
Eggo waffles, the part of a good breakfast that's too good to let go.
Hey, Lego my Eggo!
Did he say Lego?
Come on, let's go. I need breakfast. And don't shut the... My Kellogg's Corn Pops. My keys. They're locked in. Stay calm. Smooth move.
Maybe we could call for help.
Yeah, sure. Help! I want my Corn Pops. Oh, like sweet popcorn, I could be having them now. But thanks to the little dweeb bet, I'm locked out. My Pops are locked in, and what am I gonna do? I was gonna do that.
Kellogg's Corn Pops cereal is part of this complete breakfast.
I gotta have my Pops.
Kids, we're back.
Okay.
As y'all know, whenever we have a band, most shows only interview the leader of the band, and we don't do that here. Excuse me, we like to interview the whole band. Now, if you know anybody that's out there that doesn't have cable or isn't in the Austin area, call them, email them, whatever, text them right now and tell them they can go to my website, thebigdaddyg.com, and they can live stream it through my website, this show. So if you have a niece or nephew or cousin, aunt, whatever, that lives in Washington or Peru, you know, we actually have somebody watching from Peru. Call them right now, or text them, whatever, tell them they can watch through the website, thebigdaddyg.com. So, all right. So the first guy we're going to bring out in the band, he's the bass player, and his name is Scotty Neers. So come on out, Scotty. good, bud? Doing good? Please have a seat. All right. Gee, what awesome music. So where are you from, Scotty?
I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri.
Nice, nice. I actually lived there once.
Once?
Yeah, I left Austin to go up there, and I lived really close to a cardinal. Then I came back because it wasn't as much fun to me as Austin.
Oh, yeah.
So I came back to Austin. So, but anyway, everybody was really nice to me there.
Yeah.
People, I mean, they would open. I mean, my neighbors, they'd be like, "Hey, dude, you hungry? Come on, we know you're just moving in." Da da da, and fed me, and and I thought that costs a lot to feed me. So yeah. So anyway, so when did you come to Austin?
So lived in Kansas City. Right after high school, ended up moving to Southern California.
Oh, nice.
Lived out there forever, and about a little over 5 years ago, family, we all moved here, and that was pretty much it. My wife got a job offer to come here, and we were ready to get out of there and get closer to home. So.
And where did you live in California?
We lived in, it used to be a little bitty town. It's called Temecula. So it's in between LA and San Diego, but inland towards the desert a little bit. But
Dude, I love San Diego.
yeah, we used to go down there all the time.
Well, I used to go to Tijuana, and you drive down this highway. I don't know what the highway was, but you drive down this highway to go to Tijuana, and on the right side, you see these huge ships, the naval ships. And dude, they're miles and miles away, and they're huge from miles and miles away. Yeah. Imagine right there next to them. Wow. So, where's Bakersfield? Is that in California?
Yeah, that was up kind of north of us.
Because we have a fan named Nikki the Kid that watches from Bakersfield, California. So Nikki, how you doing? So anyway, all right, so you came to Austin, and how did you get involved in this band?
Okay, so I was in a band with CJ, the drummer, that's coming up, and we used to play a lot of the same places that Michael played. Our old band we were in, we might do the patio, and he'd be inside, doing his solo stuff, and we were always crossing paths, and fortunate enough to get him to come sub a couple times, and our singer couldn't make it, and so we had a good connection, and just for one reason or another, for a while we couldn't get together. We talked about maybe doing some stuff, but it kind of back in this summer, things worked out, and we put this group together,
and it's working.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now you played the bass.
Yep.
And how long have you been playing bass?
I started way back. I was about 14 or 15. So
And what made
been a while.
What made you go? I'm going to play the bass. I'm going to play guitar. I don't play drums. I'm going to play the bass.
I grew up in church. I'm a church guy, and when I was a kid, the guy who played bass in the church, he just tore that thing up, and I said, I want to do that.
Nice.
So.
Nice. And it worked out.
It worked out.
Awesome. Well, what would you say to kids out there that are watching right now that are thinking about playing bass, and people are telling them, don't play bass, don't play. What would you say to them to encourage them to play bass?
I'm kind of one of those guys that looks at the state of music today, and from what I see, kids, it seems like learning an instrument's kind of starting to go by the wayside a little bit. So. Bass is definitely a cool instrument, and all of us guys in the band, we love seeing the younger generation playing and stuff. So yeah, I'd say pick it up and go with it, and put in the time and learn it. And there's still avenues out there that being good at an instrument and stuff can pay off.
Practice makes perfect. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to practice. Yeah.
You want to practice. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming and sitting with us. I think we're going to bring out Mr. CJ next, because we want to give you guys enough time to play.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So next we have Mr. CJ Hewson. All right, CJ, come on in. Pretty good, Ian. Please have a seat. Okay. So tell me, Mr. CJ, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here because I want to make sure that we give you guys enough time to play.
Sure.
So tell me a little bit about CJ. Where are you from?
I'm from West Texas.
Okay.
Born and raised in Andrews, Texas.
Andrews, Texas. Where's that? What's
36 miles north of Odessa, Midland.
Oh, okay. All right. Dude, we filmed a movie in Odessa called Friday Night Lights.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know Ratliff Stadium pretty well.
Yeah. I actually have a drawing from this artist that it's the helmet holding up the P on it, and the letter P on it. Yeah. And he signed it for me and everything. And I had him come to Houston when we were filming up at the Astrodome, and they gave one to the director, Peter Berg.
Right.
So we gave
That's
one
a great
to him.
movie.
Yeah, it was an awesome movie. It was a lot of fun. And Odessa,
A lot of truth in it, too.
Dude, oh, yeah. yeah. I met a lot of those guys that, those guys would find a football player and they'd say, dude, if you come and play for us, we'll buy your mama a house, and
True
you can
story.
have it after you're done playing high school,
True story.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's really wild. They took their football really serious.
They had just paid,
more of a pro
all
level.
these oil guys had just paid $1 million to have the grass redone in the stadium.
Right.
Isn't that insane?
Yep, it's hard to grow grass out there.
Yeah, it's hard to grow grass out there, but $1
That
million.
you play football on.
I know, it was wild. I had a good time doing that. But okay, so let's go back. Let's get back to CJ. Okay, so you play drums.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how long have you been playing drums?
Since I was about 9 years old.
Okay, and who bought you your first set, or how did
My
that
father.
come about? Your dad?
My father. He bought me my first set, and he bought my brother a bass guitar, and he was Paul and I was Ringo.
Awesome. And what's your dad's name?
Bill Fuson.
Is he watching tonight?
I hope he is.
All
He's
right.
in Lovington, New Mexico.
Hi, Bill in Lovington, New Mexico. Dude, you rock. Giving
Hey,
a
Dad.
9-year-old kid a set of drums, you rock, man.
The story with my brother,
That's
though,
for
is
you.
he bought him a 6-string guitar, so I woke up early Christmas morning before my brother did and
Uh-huh.
cut 2 strings off of his new Christmas present so he'd be a bass player. True story.
And that wouldn't be him, would it? No.
Yeah.
Really, you got and
Of
did
his-
your
yeah,
brother
of his
get
Christ-
mad, or did he go?
I
Oh,
don't
I guess this
I
is
he was
all I
my
got."
younger brother, so
Oh, okay.
he had to be Paul. He had to have 4 strings.
Oh, I got you. And so, does he still play bass net to
Yes,
this day?
Yeah, he plays with the Pictures.
Nice.
His name's Chuck.
Chuck
Plays
and,
with the Pictures band, local band from Austin.
and they're here in the Austin area.
Yes, sir. They've been
All
together
right.
39 years.
Wow. Well, dude, you think he's watching tonight?
Yes, sir. I know
All
he
right.
is.
Dude, send us a link, and let's see if maybe we can have you guys on the show. So send us
Great
a link.
band.
And you're from near Odessa.
Yeah.
And what brought you to Austin?
Yeah, boy, I got tired of West Texas, basically.
Okay.
Came out here, found a better job, went to
Yeah.
work, played a lot down here. Always wanted to be in Austin playing. When we were growing up, all you heard about was 6th Street in Austin.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
and that was that was 78
Yeah.
when I graduated high school. So came out here, and I guess I moved here in 88.
In
to
88?
permanently.
You graduated high school in 78?
Yes, sir.
Damn, look how good this guy looks. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, whatever you're doing.
I was only 5 years old.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, stick to it, because it seems to be working, dude. So, any kids? You guys have any kids?
I got 2.
2 kids? Are they watching?
No.
No?
They'll be in bed by now.
Oh.
They're young.
Mine are. I've got 3 grandkids too.
3. Wow.
All my kids are raised.
Wow. What do you just pop preservatives or what? That's
No,
it. You don't eat the
I try to take
food.
care. I
just-
try to take care of myself a little bit.
Wow, good for you.
I
Good for
appreciate
you.
it though.
All right, kids. We'll be right back after these commercials. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back with Michael Ingalls. We got 2 minutes from now. That poor bug died.
Oh.
Take a sip, take a rip. Once you live, just double click. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny, and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, it's the Big Daddy G Show.
Floating through life on a silver cloud, letting everything come to you now.
back? Oh, we're back. Hey, kids, we're back. Okay, so we have one more guest for you, and he happens to be the singer and the lead guitar of the band. And his name is Michael Ingalls. So, Michael, please come on out. There you are. How you doing, bud? Let's have a seat. Glad you could make it.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit about Michael. Where's Michael from?
I was actually born in Anchorage, Alaska, and then
Wow.
I lived in Baton Rouge for about 4 years. Moved to Dallas.
Stop that for a second.
Okay.
Now, Anchorage just had a big old earthquake up there, right?
Yeah,
The
that's what I
7 point
heard.
something.
I didn't even know until my parents told me about it, and it was a big one apparently.
Wow.
I didn't know anything about it. They informed me of it, and I've been busy, so I hadn't had time to even research what was going on. So
Wow.
apparently it was a big one.
Yeah, 7.2, I think, or something like that, or 7 point something on the
That's
Richter scale.
I
Do you know
didn't
why
know
it's
they
called
had
the Richter
earthquakes.
scale? Do you want useless information? Do you know why it's called the
This
Richter
is like
scale?
the Tang thing.
Because the Tang, the guy who invented the measurement was called Dr. Richter.
So they
isn't that
named it
terrible?
after him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't know about the Tang thing. I told him some useless information earlier. The Tang, it was the orange drink that the astronauts took into space. And the reason they called it Tang was because the guy that invented it was named Tang. So there, Dr. Tang. So there
I
you
like
have
it.
it.
I like it.
Useless information.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I break out useless information whenever there's a party that, you know, it's dying. You know, and say, anybody want to hear useless information? Yeah, yeah. People go nuts. So okay. So you're from Anchorage. They had a huge earthquake out there, and from what I understand, they had a big, what do you call it, aftershocks and stuff like that, that they're feeling like all over the world. And
I didn't know they had earthquakes up there.
Yeah.
It's
oh, yeah.
Anchorage.
Yeah.
Or it's Alaska. I didn't know they actually had earthquakes. But I guess it makes sense because California, I guess it's
Right.
kind of in the same, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, Texas is sitting on a fault line. Austin, all the way up to the center of Texas. So if we ever have a major earthquake, all these condos that are up there, they're
going
coming
down.
down. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're coming down because they're
yeah.
not built for that. So,
Wow.
yeah, we're sitting on a fault line that's supposed to be due any time. So drink up, you know.
Well, I mean, the foundations, you know, in Texas aren't great anyway on the
Yeah.
houses. So,
That's true.
you know, they all shift around and move. So.
That's true. I know that in Japan they put their buildings on rollers. I don't know if you knew this or not, but they put these rollers. They're huge, but they build them in so that the building can do this.
So they're on casters.
Yeah.
Like a.
Isn't that wild?
Why would you do that?
Well, because they have a lot of earthquakes there. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
let's get back to you.
I mean, a stiff
okay.
wind is going to take you downhill.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's just not a good thing.
Right. So let's get back to you. What? So how long have you been in this band, or when did you start this band?
This band is it's pretty new. We started up in September.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of fill-in work and playing in other bands for a long time, and always played a lot of acoustic solo stuff. And I had my own band, you know, many years ago, and you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I need some time off. I didn't know that time off was gonna take that long.
Yeah.
But I ran into these guys at a place called Juniors quite a few times, and they would come in and see me play, and then their singer couldn't do some gigs, so they offered it to me, and I was like, well, I know I want that rhythm section. I just don't know how to. So at the time went by, and you know, I have a studio, so I recorded people, did some different things, and then they became available, and I just kind of hit up CJ first, and then he hit up Scotty, and it just kind of snowballed. But we've only been doing this since probably September.
Okay.
And everything's been going really good and really fast.
But
Like
you've
things
been
are
playing
starting
for,
to.
How old were you when you started playing?
I was
guitar?
14.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's always like you know what I mean? Like when you start hitting puberty.
Right.
Apparently, that's when everyone starts playing guitar.
Well,
for
yeah,
some
because that's when you
reason,
get
or
the
instruments.
attention. All the girls want to hear the
You
guy
figure
playing
it out
guitar.
real quick, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It didn't help me at all. I'll be honest with you.
It didn't help you at all?
It didn't help me at all.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was still that geeky, awkward,
Yeah.
uncomfortable person.
Well, dude, you're on TV, and we have almost 500,000 people watching you right now.
That's pretty
from
cool.
all over the world. So, and we're on
Now I'm gonna
Facebook
get- now I'm
Live.
getting quiet, like,
yeah, and
I'm
we're on
saying.
Facebook Live too, from what I understand. So,
Very cool.
so
Well,
okay,
I appreciate you having us out.
Oh,
by
dude,
the
no
way.
worries,
That
no
was
worries.
Really cool. Because I did see you at Marshall's
Yeah.
Tavern.
Right.
And I was like, who is that guy?
Who is that guy?
You come in here with the
Ow.
big glasses. I was like, I don't know who that guy is. Man.
Did I have this glass?
I don't know what. You had like a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
You had the glasses. I don't know if
Yeah.
you had the glasses or not, but
Yeah.
it was very cool. I was, I saw you grab a card, and I was like, and everyone goes, "Who was that?" I go, "I don't know. Probably somebody important, I'm sure."
No.
And then you hit us up, and we're on your show, man.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
No, what I did was I was next door at a place called Roosters, and I heard you guys
Yeah.
playing. And
Roosters
I was like,
is different. Huh?
Yeah, and I heard you guys playing, and I said, well, dude, I go there because they have karaoke.
And the lit up dance floor.
And they won't throw me out. They haven't
Yeah.
thrown me out
They
yet.
don't care.
They
I mean,
they haven't thrown me
yeah.
out yet.
But
yeah. So I was out there, and now they put like a little patio outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was standing out there, and I heard you guys playing. I was like, dude, I got to go hear these guys. So I went in, and I try to be, incognito.
With
it's
10
hard to
people
do.
in
Yeah,
the room.
it's hard to. Yeah, it's hard to do that. But it's hard to do that.
Yeah,
but,
there was no. Yeah, you stuck out. We saw you, so it was cool though.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
totally appreciated you showing up.
Well, dude, no worries. You guys were awesome, and as soon as I got to the house, I told Tyrone, I said, dude, you got to call these guys or get a hold of them or something. We got to have them on the show. And so I know it took probably like a month or a couple of months to get you guys on or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think we booked it probably a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So.
Well, we bumped the governor to have you guys here today, so
Well, we appreciate y'all having us. This is really cool.
He's going to have to get over it, and he'll get on the show when we don't have a band.
Bump the
Governor.
Yeah,
It won't
I'm
be the
sure
first
that
time we
happened.
bump the governor. So, but anyway, listen. I heard you guys saying we're going to be back in about 3 minutes. That'll give them enough time to set up. Guys, stay tuned. You're going to want to hear this band. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. And he's not really thin, it's the Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show.
Kids, the Michael Ingalls Band, enjoy.
Floating through life on a silver cloud, letting everything come to you now. Do not push, do not resist your doom. Let it all come and wash over you. You threw a lot of love away on this heartache long ago. You keep digging up the roots deep down below. Let it go. Like an ice cube on a summer day, it's melting and shrinking, getting smaller every day. Keep your waters calm on your river. Hold on tightly to just be with her. You're doing a lot of love away on this heartache long ago. You keep digging up the roots deep down below. Deep down below. You better get all that you can. It'll disappear in your hair. This is where you make your stand and bear your cross in the sand. You threw a lot of love away on this heartache long ago. You keep digging up the roots deep down below. Deep down below. Let it go. Let it go. Thanks, y'all. Don't you start lying. It's the road to heartache. Exercise those demons, then put them all away. It's the idea of you that haunts me in my dreams. Makes me feel like I wanna be, and that scares the hell out of me. my dreams. Makes me feel like I'm stronger, stronger than I wanna be. But sometimes I cannot see aside from the past. Bridges weren't meant to last. They're burning down all around me. Just stay in your lane. You have a choice to feel no pain. But sometimes this I cannot see, and that scares the hell out of me. They're burning down all around me. Just stay in your lane. You have a choice to feel no pain. But sometimes this I cannot see, and that scares the hell out of me. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Here's a song off the new record called Get Around You. I'm looking through the cracks in my broken glass. There's too much time spent thinking on the past. Stay in the now, don't go too fast. You say you're not sure it's meant to last. I cannot wait to get around you. I fumble on what to say or do when I get around you. You dodge and duck and weave and tease. Your dirty vibe, it feeds on me. You got my thoughts all tongue-tied. I have to make it with you tonight. I cannot wait to get around you. I fumble on what to say or do when I get around you. It's dark now, but tomorrow the sun will rise. It's gone now, till our man do a riptide. Then and will collide. I cannot wait to get around you. I fumble on what to say or do when I get around you. A song for the lovebirds. We appreciate that, y'all. Shut up, CJ. Stop laughing at me. He knows what he's laughing about. I think we got time for one more song. It's called Twisted. I want you to stay here with me tonight, 'cause I don't want things to change. Just something I thought you should know. You make my toes curl up in my soul. You're so twisted. Get down on your knees. I love the things you do to me. When we lay down in between the sheets, yeah. Just something I thought you should know. You make my toes curl up in my soul. You're so twisted. Get down on your knees. You're so twisted. Get down on your knees. Look out! You're gonna make me wanna stay. You're gonna make me wanna stay all night and day. You're so twisted. Get down on your knees. You're so twisted. Get down on your knees. on your knees. Yeah. Look out. Appreciate it, guys. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. There's a little thing we wrote called Charlie Brown Rock. It just feels appropriate. Thanks, y'all. We appreciate that. Big Daddy G on the cowbell, everybody. You have to have cowbell.
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's your daddy.